Viewer discretion is advised.
Police, talk! Someone's got him! Hold on! Police, don't move!
So we saw the car by the Yankee Stadium. We broke the window, he took off. He dumped the car over here.
Okay.
There was 3 in the car.
No,
2 of them ran together.
They got like 3 stops.
Yeah, where's the car?
I can take it to the car. I can take it to the car. Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him to the car.
At that night, we had received intel of a group of gentlemen that's known to the Jeff Mob gang inside of a car. A member on a field team was able to obtain the license plate and run that plate. Turned out the car was stolen. Later on that day, that car was put over the radio transmission in regards to a shots fired in the 2-4 precinct. We also received notification that the car had left Manhattan and entered the Bronx using the 145 bridge. We then seen 2 RMPs with their lights and sirens and heard them come over the radio that they were following the car and trying to stop the car.
Get out the car right now. Don't touch anything. Don't touch anything. Get out the car.
When we did go to attempt to block in the car and stop it, we did break windows in the car. He did flee after that.
He's running.
We followed the car for a few blocks. When we did see the car, that's when the 3 occupants did run out of the vehicle.
Yo, get the car, we out. You guys want to focus. Where do you go? Hanging out.
Perez, where you at? Go over there. Trio, where's Perez?
I don't know. Perez, where you at? Perez.
No, we gotta find Perez. We gotta find
Perez, where are you? Perez, NCO Perez. Where are you, bro? Where are you?
Where?
Where? Give me an address. Something.
Where's the one stop?
Perez, give me your location.
Where?
Okay, guys, I got you.
Make the
We're
right,
gonna have the one stop. It's not going in 158 Jerome.
No, it's not
East
158.
158 Gerard Central.
Where's that?
Jerome, we got one stop. The 157
No, that's where you guys had the car.
No, where is he at?
Perez, where are you? Make this right. Make this right.
No, that's where
Perez, where are you?
Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Get on the ground! Police,
Get your hands!
watch the hands! Get on the car! He tossed it?
Nah, the other one went.
We
The
got
other
one more
one.
outstanding?
Where you going?
We got one more outstanding?
Yeah. There was 3 of them in the car.
3 in the car?
That way? It went that way and then this one. I stayed on
Got
him.
anything on you? Got anything on you?
Later on, there was a firearm recovered inside of that car. After we apprehended the guy, thank God everyone was safe. The cops, and including the person that we arrested, no one got hurt. No one in the public got hurt. One thing I always thought about our former chief, Brian McGee, he would come to our attack plans, and while we're doing search warrants and conducting enforcement, he would always say, I want you guys to be safe, but I want you guys to do your work with the public in mind, that we're out there to protect them, and we're also out there for their safety. And I always kept that, and that's always in the back of my head when we go out there to do enforcement.
Just after Thanksgiving, my sergeant and I were driving up 8th Avenue when I observed a bunch of my fellow officers standing around somebody that appeared to be laying motionless on the ground. We stopped the car and we got out of the car, went over to see if these other officers needed help with whatever situation they were dealing with. When I walked up, I noticed that Chief Shell was on the scene, and he said that it appeared the woman was overdosing. At which point I immediately thought to go to my Narcan.
Just to make sure it's not going to hurt, right? No.
Yep, I got it. West 25 and 8. West 25 and 8.
I administered a dose of Narcan to her, and she immediately came back to life, became animated, started breathing a little easier. It appeared that she, was starting to come back from the effects of whatever might have been in her body. I then requested an ambulance, at which point she was transported to the hospital.
You're not in any trouble. I don't care what you did. I don't care where you came from. But I care about you as a person, but don't care where you came from tonight, what you were doing. But I'd like to get you checked out because I was here for 10 minutes and I didn't think you were okay, all right?
And she appeared to be doing much better when she was placed in the ambulance, and I hope that she's doing much better now. I really am appreciative for the training that the department has given us, as well as the access to Narcan that we have. I've been a police officer for 6 years, and I've never had to use my Narcan before. And it's just, it was to use it and to see her come back, essentially come back to life was it was a big relief. It felt really good to know that I helped her out of whatever crisis she was in at that moment.
Christmas Eve, me and Officer Jennings, my partner that day, came into work like it was a regular day. We received a notification from our precinct to go down to the 2-3 precinct that will be having a tactical meeting with Chief Obey. The tactical meeting was in regards to a male that had committed a violent stabbing, which had killed the victim and had stolen his car.
On Friday, December 23rd at 2:15 a.m., inside Marcus Garvey Park at East 120th Street to 122nd Street, Madison Avenue, a male 60 years old was discovered with numerous stab wounds to his back, torso, buttocks, eye, and palms.
So we had that meeting. Chief Obey gave us our post. Our post was on the McCombs Bridge for the Bronx and Manhattan. We knew we were looking for a violent individual. We knew that this violent individual was dangerous and he had to be caught that night. The department doesn't take that lightly, nor does myself, so we were on the hunt for this man.
Earlier on December 24th, detectives were able to track down our decedent's auto, a black Mercedes-Benz. It was in the vicinity of the park. Video obtained shows a male and a female enter that auto. At that time, a coordinated plan was put in place.
So on our computer tablets, we have a subscription that we can subscribe to specific plates. For the license plate readers on the bridges and on our cars. So me and my partner subscribed to the plate. Shortly after, we receive a call over the radio and on our tablets for that vehicle. It was headed into the Bronx towards Yankee Stadium. From there, I see the car. I trail the car a little bit. I want to make sure that we get this individual safely and sound. Nobody gets hurt. We knew the situation was just violent in general. Anybody could be behind that car. So we knew we had to get this man off the streets. So before we pulled the car over, I raised some additional units to immediately respond to grab this individual. Put our lights and sirens on. Public safety immediately came right behind us, blocked the car in from the front. We all jump out with our guns out because, like I said, that man or whoever was behind those doors or those windows could have been violent. There could have been a gun. There could have been anything.
Watch the crossfire.
Yo, I'm pulling people up.
Okay. Unlock the door.
Unlock the door.
Press unlock. Step out of the vehicle.
At that point, we started removing each individual outside of the car. This person of interest just so happened to be in the front passenger seat, at which point I then removed him and I placed handcuffs on him. And we then realized it was actually him once we removed his mask. And once that happened, it was kind of a sigh of relief because, and a gratifying feeling knowing the fact that we were a part of removing this, this individual off the streets who were part of these incidents that, caused the city to be in such disarray.
To me, this job was one in a million, This is not something that happens too often, for the department or for us. It wasn't taken lightly. We knew what we had to do. We knew we had to get this violent individual off the streets. We knew the city wasn't going to be safer with this man on the streets, especially with him joyriding with his family in the back seat of this vehicle when he could have been driving by anybody's families, my families. Knowing that this man is off the streets definitely made me feel like there was a difference made today.
We wanted to get out fast. We want to make sure that we're seeing and hearing what's going on. We want to talk to the riders here in the transit system, the subway system, because this is a big part of our plan. We want to make sure our riders should feel safe.
The subway station is located in Church Avenue and East 80th Street. So me and my partner Louis, so we have been assigned to post over there. And then suddenly we heard a scream, a lady just screaming, and somebody fall into the track. So me and my partner, we did a really quick response, and we went all the way the last to the subway track, and we pulled him out.
Yo, get up from track. Get up from track. Yeah, hold me. Yeah, brother. Hold me. Pull.
I always like to help the people, and I'm really grateful. So, and feeling really nice to become a part of this rescue. And actually, it's make me so proud and make my family so proud. So I can save someone's life, and I'm also happy to become the part of NYPD.
You know what? This is our first deputy commissioner, Eddie Caban. This is the number 2 person in the whole department. So we even got him out here on the trains today. He want to come out and see the community as well. Say hello.
I'm just not out here today. Born and raised in the Bronx. I've riding the trains my whole life.
Hi, I'm Chief Kemper, the new Chief of Transit for the NYPD. This is day 2 for me. I'm out here today. I thought it was very important if I can meet the men and women of the Transit Bureau. I've already met a few cops. I've met their commanders, the leadership team already. Thought it was also important that I came out to introduce myself and meet some of the ridership and hear their concerns.
On Thanksgiving night, I was working on the subway system with a new initiative, having more officers in the subway patrolling and to make sure the public safety. Me and my partner was located on the southbound platform. As we were waiting, we heard a commotion, and we heard a big scream. As we heard the yelling, we looked over the platform. Somebody yelled, somebody's on the tracks. As we looked over, we saw a man laying down, flat on his back, not moving. And a person did scream out, "Guys, we got 2 minutes." And as we heard that, my partner, Officer Back, proceeded to sprint into action, went over top side to transition to the northbound platform, and I proceeded to follow him. And as soon as my partner got there, he jumped on the tracks. I followed suit. There was a civilian that was there with us. We went there, we got the man to the highest platform to safety. And as my partner, I jumped out, and as my partner trying to jump out, he fell backwards, and I went back again, grabbed his hand with the civilian, and we pulled him out, and we was back to safety.
So when I got off from the track, I can see the train literally just pulled in into the northbound side. So you can say just 2 seconds away I was there. So I could have died that day, but thanks God, But I'm thankful that, we were able to help the person who needed the help most, who just fell onto the truck, and we safely removed him. So that was the biggest important part we played that day.
When we were out here riding, part of the team that was with us, they were alerted to someone on the train cursing people out, causing a disturbance, creating a little fear. And the officers asked the person to leave, and when they failed to leave, our officers escorted them out. They made sure that he left the station and didn't create any more chaos and didn't cause the riders to feel unsafe. And that's what we have to do. With the NYPD, we have to make sure people feel safe.
How you doing? I'm the Chief Patrol. I'm down here supporting transit. Our patrol officers come down, we'll help transit. I might have a different title than Chief of Transit, but we're one New York City. We're fighting together. We're one team.
Since the beginning of the year, under the leadership of Commissioner Sewell, NYPD executives have been riding the train every single day. Today is no different. Today, we do it with a different leadership team, and that work will continue.
On this particular night, we were in Brooklyn North handling quality of life issues where we stumbled upon a double parked car that was on Miller and Jamaica Avenue. That same vehicle was used in multiple robberies leading up to that night, and also that a week prior, that vehicle had taken off on officers that tried to stop that vehicle for another car stop for center windows also.
Roll down all the windows.
Roll down the window.
Roll down the windows. All
Right now.
All the windows. The back windows.
Back window too.
Okay,
Roll down the window.
Conducted the car stop, active visual to step out of the vehicle. Upon further investigation, we did find out that the individual was suspended. We brought him back to the 7-5 precinct where we conducted an inventory search of the vehicle, which we recovered a loaded firearm in the front driver's side of the vehicle.
My partner and I, P.O. Green, we were on patrol. We heard the job come over, and we were fortunate enough to be a block away.
When the call came over for an infant that was going to cardiac arrest, partner and I looked at each other and noticed that we were around the corner.
So we made it there in about 30 seconds. We ran into the apartment, We were able to run upstairs, and we were met at the door by a midwife who was assisting with an at-home birth. When we walked inside, we found the newborn on the bed with the umbilical cord still attached.
The baby was blue and wasn't breathing. You know, luckily my partner has prior experience with EMS, so his EMS instinct kicked in right away.
I had jumped in and then assisted the midwife with breathing for the baby with the bag valve mask and continuing CPR while she was able to clamp the umbilical cord and cut the umbilical cord for us. She then grabbed the towel and wrapped the baby up for us, where then I was handed the baby, and my partner and I and the other unit that responded a little after we got there, we had ran to the elevator, and that's when, you know, we realized the baby, who initially got a pulse back on scene, had lost that pulse again. So I started trying to do whatever compressions I could running towards the elevator and in the elevator, where we made it to the first floor. And as we were going outside, we saw the FDNY paramedics pull up.
Mikey, get the pediatric BBM, please. Yeah. Hang on. Got anything? No pulse. Okay. Yep, no. He's going. Yeah. Okay.
I continued with CPR, where the FDNY paramedic then took over. I began then assisting the baby with his breathing again with a bag valve mask, and en route to the hospital I continued helping them.
Okay, very tiny. Don't squeeze hard, you can blow the lungs out. Okay, go on. Okay.
What hospital you guys gonna go to?
Don't know yet.
Alright.
4, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good.
The baby did begin to regain color. The baby went from blue to a normal skin tone. The baby did regain a steady heartbeat, and the baby did begin breathing on his own en route to the hospital. And, you know, about 3/4 of the way to the hospital, the baby did begin to open his eyes and look around. We did get a couple cries out of the baby, and the baby began to move his arms and legs.
Good. I love hearing that little cry.
Closest LMD with crib peach is going to be 14.
Good.
Oh, buddy, there we go.
Want me to try?
Yeah. We're getting a little something out of this kid.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He should be in the door.
I'm part of one of the ambulance. That was kind of the unknown while he was in the back, while they did the transport to Cornell Hospital.
Okay, stop for 1 sec.
The bridge and fighting our way down Broadway. Is that going to be helpful?
Where then we got to Cornell Hospital, where the baby was brought inside, and the baby was told to be stable, and we were told the baby was going to be doing well. Seeing the baby go from blue to a normal skin tone was a big sigh of relief. It was kind of like everything that we were doing was working, and that's initially, you know, that's entirely what we wanted as a team, us working with the FDNY paramedics.
It's stuff that hits home on a personal level, being that I have a handful of nieces and nephews, my niece being the youngest, who didn't even have her first birthday yet, knowing that this could happen to anybody, and knowing the fear that a new parent could have, you know, seeing their newborn like that definitely hits home. So I was definitely relieved to see that the baby did come about and will be healthy going forward.
Good evening, everyone. All right, so just really quick, we're on this call about this shooter who's out here, Sundance Oliver. He was involved at the shooting at the 77th Precinct earlier today, where a 96-year-old man was struck in the ankle. We believe he just did a homicide around 1500 hours in the Smith houses in PSA 4. We have a plate that he's vehicle and a plate that we believe he's in. What's that plate number, John?
To last seen heading back into Brooklyn at 15:39 hours. That's the last time we saw the car. Station house security. Just for the hell of it, let's double up our station house security in terms of what Mike said about the station house one PP security also. Make sure, this might be, obviously, from what he said, suicide by cop. What's the best way to do it? Walking damn precinct.
The most important thing is just getting the information out to all our officers, all our partners. If we do that, so we will apprehend them fast.
Boroughs on a separate, was gonna give them the same message to other borough
The
commissioners.
vehicle pursuit coming over. Citywide 4.
Citywide 4?
What happened?
A vehicle pursuit.
Turn up, Citywide 4.
Listening over Citywide 4.
We're not terminating this.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
All right,
Yeah.
we got it. Here we go.
Continue this pursuit.
Where are they?
What's the last location of this vehicle?
He also has the signature mark.
Yes.
KG and attachment.
Might have added aviation to light up Kingsborough houses.
John, who are these guys gonna want?
Guys, who are these guys?
Yo,
Who are these guys?
listen, guys, get these guys in the development now, all right, now. We gotta kill on the loose.